Yo, it's Trent. Make sure you sub, share, like, comment. Check out my other videos. Hope everyone's having a good day. And we got the cops busted up the party story time. And this story actually takes place when I lived in Florida with my friend. And we lived there about 10 months, almost a year. So we didn't have that many party experiences out there. We had about 4 or 5, maybe 6. I think we had like 5. That's safe to say, right? Maybe every other month we went to one. So like, let's say September, we go all September, no party. We go to one in October, none in November, one in December. Yeah, that's about right. So we kind of, here in Illinois, we would go to parties a lot. So it was kind of also not knowing a lot of people. We only knew like 10, 15 people at the time. But eventually we hear about a party, right? And this was a little bit after the Halloween party I talked about. So if you're looking for a timeline, somewhere between in November, December area, right? Like something around there. I wish I could remember if it was before or after Thanksgiving, but the mind doesn't like to remember that. So let's get to it. Me and my friend hear from our friend that there's this party, but it's kind of far, right? It's the farthest one we'd been to, and we did drive like an hour to go to the Halloween party, or maybe a little longer, but this one was like hyped up, we saw it on people's stories, and there was this car meet page for the area around us. It was like Orlando car meets or something. I don't know what it was called, right? But they kept posting about this party, which was weird because as long as I had this car meet page, they never posted about parties, only car stuff. So if they're posting about it, and I see it on all my friends' stories that live around here, like, man, this party must be good, So I tell my friend, or I'm sure he already knew, right? So we discuss how we're going to get there because, of course, we want to go, and we don't want to drive because we want to get fucked up. So we ask our friend, can you drive us? And he's like, I'm not planning on going, but I could give you a ride maybe. But it was far, right? So that seems messed up. And we were like, well, yeah, why not? Like, we'd rather pay our friend than pay an Uber. You get what I'm saying? So we're like, if we paid you, you still wouldn't want to come? Like, that wouldn't change your mind already being there? He's like, nah, I can't, right? So he was willing to drive us, and then he'd drop us off. We'd Uber back, right? Good plan. Fine with me. And we had drinks. We had Happy Dads. It was like the first or second time we ever got Happy Dads when they came out there, right? So we load up our stuff in our friend's car. I remember he came and picked us up, and my friend was ready, and I was in the bathroom. That's a horrible feeling when everybody's ready to go and you're the one that's not ready. I hate that, right? Especially going to the bathroom. That's like an uncontrollable thing. You're like, I'm trying to hurry, but you get what I'm saying. So we finish up stuff, whatever, get in the car and start going, right? And I remember I had aux on the way there, and I was blasting Chief Keef. I was getting hyped up, right? I was pumped up. And we turned down this neighborhood, and the moment we turned down this neighborhood, the first thought that went in my mind is, oh, this is going to get popped for sure. Like, this party, there will definitely be cops here, right? But I don't know if it's different, like, for states, I just had what I call it, which can be a totally different thing. I mean, everybody thinks, how they think. It's not where you're from. I'm just saying it to say it. But the way I thought about it was like an Illinois mindset, I was like, when you have this many houses close to each other, like, people are wild at parties. Someone's going to call the cops, right? I don't know how it was in Florida, or I do know now. But at the time, I was like, I don't know how it is here. But do neighbors, like, just not care? Because, like, in Illinois right now, like, this party would get popped, right? That's the only thing I could refer to. So we're hanging out there, and the houses were close, but it was a decent sized home, right? Like, you walked in there, and I've not seen, when you see a house where immediately when you walk in, you like walk into stairs, like you can either go downstairs or upstairs. Usually when you walk into a place like that, it's like an apartment or townhouse. This was like a nice house. Like, the stairs had like gaps between them. You get what I'm saying? Like, they were like special stairs, and right away. So go up the stairs to this place, walk in, and it was definitely cool, but there was just an odd vibe to it, There was kind of this vibe where, like, not where it felt like we didn't belong, but it felt like a lot of people knew each other there, and we were not known. So we're sitting around, and there was this kid, I can't remember now if he was either doing like a DJ app or he had like an actual DJ thing, but he was playing music, swirling it up and stuff. And I'm sitting there, and I have a few drinks in me, but I'm like, okay, let me get high now. Let me chill. Let me get into the environment. And there was this girl that kept eyeing me, right? And in the most honest way, it was an iffy situation in my head, you know? Because I'm sitting there just starting to, like, get into the situation, and immediately there's this girl that's giving me eye contact, right? And not normal eye contact where it's like, look at me, look away, look at me, look away, right? It's like she's looking at me, she smiles, like, get my attention, smiles, and then looks away. And then, like, I would look at her and she'd look at me, but then she'd keep the eye contact for a little while, look away. So I knew that, like, hey, she most likely thinks I'm cute. Maybe not, I could be wrong, but most likely, right? Unless I have like a booger or something. I don't know why she'd keep looking at me and smiling. So I'm like, okay, I kind of want to talk to her, but the thing that was going on in my mind is, Trent, you just got to this party, you know? You don't know who's here. There could be, you know, a model in the bathroom. You don't know. Just wait it out. See who comes in. See who's partying, you know? Don't just go right for the first girl you see. And so we're when I say we're like chilling in this room, it's like one of those open rooms, you know? It was like you wouldn't call it a dining room because it didn't have a table, and you wouldn't call it a living room because it didn't have, or it might have had a TV. I think it did have a TV, but they were playing music anyways. But it was like just an open space, like a basement, but upstairs. You get what I'm saying? Like a hangout room. I don't know, some rich people shit. I don't know what you would call it, right? Like a rec room. So we're in there, and my friend, he got up to, I don't know if he went to the bathroom or go talk to someone or go grab a drink, what he did, right? But when he got up, I was like, oh, I should probably follow him, right? So I started following him, but there was a lot of people in this house, or in this section of the house, right? And he walked in front of me like 20 seconds ago. So I'm looking for my friend, trying to catch up with him, right? And I hear someone mention about a cop car driving past the house, right? And I'm like, nah, it's fine, right? Because I heard that in Illinois, and someone said that, right? They were like, the cops keep driving by the house, and then nothing happened, right? And then the next time I heard it was also in Illinois. Someone said the exact same thing. They were like, this cop keeps driving back and forth, right? And then the cop busted the party. So I didn't really know. I was like, nah, it's fine. But also I kept it in my head that that combo happened, you know? I knew I needed to tell my friend about that, because just in case he gets a feeling too, like, we should leave, you know? So I'm trying to track down my friend who's going on this like journey, right? And while I'm going, I get distracted because I'm drinking. I have to pee, so I go pee, right? As I'm in the bathroom, well, not as I'm like going to the bathroom, but as I like wash my hands, opening the door, right? Opening the door, you just hear pow, 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 right? Police, whatever, open up and open the door, or whatever they say, right? I don't know. I was in the bathroom, it was muffled, right? But I heard the you know, everybody knows the universal dun dun dun, you know, it sounds like it's a cop. So I get out of the bathroom, and I don't know if it was the universe, or it was like, what do they call it, like telekinesis powers, or what it was, right? Because I had no idea where my friend was. I just like looked to the right, like I came around this corner and like looked to the right and looked directly at my friends. Like we looked directly at each other, right? And he was already by this back door, which no one was running. First of all, there's someone just like, I get being casual, and like, you don't always have to run from cops. I'm not saying to do that, right? But it didn't make sense why no one was running, right? Because we were in a big, like, open house, a big party. There was alcohol and drugs around, right? And then you hear the boop, 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 right? Even if they don't open up, even, like, I don't know if, like, what was going to happen. No one touched the door. I just assumed someone was going to open the door. Someone was going to do something, right? So I look at my friend, and he must have been thinking the same thing right away, right? Because I looked at him. Everybody's standing still, right? I see him from across the room. He starts sprinting towards the back door. So me, I start like jogging my way over there, right? I have wet hands, remember. I just washed my hands, right? I have these wet hands, and there's this person in my way. I don't remember if it was a girl or a guy. All I remember is I like pushed him out of the way. I had a super wet hand because I didn't dry my hands. I was like panicking, you know? And I put it right on this person's like arm, like their shoulder, you know, like pushing him out of the way. So whoever that person was, I just like to think that they were standing there like, oh my God, the cops are here. And then like, ew, what just got put on my arm? Like, was that sweat? What is that? Is that spit? You know, they don't know what that is. That's hilarious, right? But we open up the back door, which had like not an alarm thing, but it had like a beeper, you know, it was like beep, beep, or whatever it was. And I don't know if the cops knew what it was or what it was, but all I heard as soon as we got through that door was a loud like, hey, you know, like a hey, like not a stop, or it wasn't a hands up or anything like that. It was just a hey. And so we just start sprinting, right? And I've talked about other parties how when you're leaving, right? I've had to go through some fences. I've gone over a picket fence, and then you know those fences how it's like wooden bar, wooden bar, wooden bar, and you could be like a WWE wrestler, like you could climb through, you could jump over, you could probably run all the way through it if you had to. Like you get what I'm saying? So this was neither of those. This was like a rich people gate. I don't know how to call it, right? Like kind of what I was talking about in one of those other videos. If you checked out my other video a couple days ago when I was talking about that white plastic fence that I broke through, you like how it was like how I said it was laminated, but really it just had like plastic, like the hard plastic. It was like that, but red. It was like a red I don't know what kind of material it was. I'll say plastic, but it didn't feel like plastic. It felt more like a hockey stick, like a fiber, yeah, like something like that, right? So we get to this thing, and it's taller than me. I can't really jump over this thing, you know. And my friend, he's just slightly taller than me, right? And he had shoes. I don't know if they had more grip than mine or what, right? But he like maneuvered his way up this wall, right? And me, I'm just trying to pull myself up. I'm not strong. My hands are wet, and you know, I'm stressed out, right? And now, once we started running, not everybody ran, but other people, you know, took our advice and started going, you know. So I finally get my arms up to the gate, like finally can see over it, right? And I just do a quick glance like that, and there's like 4 cops coming into the backyard, which I'm pretty sure is illegal, but you know, we were running, so we were not doing the right things either. So I see these like 4 cops going, and I was not a very, I mean, I'm athletic, but my maneuver to get over this fence was not athletic, okay? I didn't even look at what I was about to land on. It could have been concrete, it could have been bushes. I did not care, right? I just like I said, I was looking over, like my arms were on the top like this, right? So I just went like this. I just went, whoa. And I felt the wall, like the top of the gate wall on my stomach, right? And I just went head over, you know, just whoop, bam, landed right on my back, landed on something that felt like a baseball, you know? I looked down, and it was like, just like half the size of a baseball, a rock. I landed right on a rock, right? My friend's like, come on, we gotta go. We start sprinting. We sprint for like 5 minutes, and we came to this little, I don't want to say intersection, but it was like a stoplight. It was just a single stoplight, and you could go left, but I doubt anybody was going left, and you could go straight. So it was an intersection. It was just a weird little one, right? And they had this super old gas station. There was a food place I'd never heard of, and then there was like a phone repair, screen repair place, right? So we just Ubered from there and went home, right? But that was wild because we weren't there that long. We were there like an hour maximum. We were just there enough to get drunk. Like, we were there enough time. Like, I got drunk on the way there. But then I was, like, feeling good. Like, my mind was barely thinking about cops. Like, I had gotten to this party thinking about a girl, thinking if I should pursue her or look for another girl. Like, that was what I was thinking about. And then I hear someone mention that the cops driving past. I'm like, whatever, it's fine, right? Just taking a pee, just washing my hands, boat, sprint over the fence, land on a rock, there's cops chasing us, and we get away. All good. You know, gotta love it. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you sub, share, like, comment, check out my other videos, and yeah, I just made a TikTok, so go follow that. Thank you, and yeah, peace out. Be safe.